Okay, we're live now. Tim Wolf here. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you had a good week. It's the wind down to the Christmas season. I've got a couple of Christmas songs that are out. Christmas Came Early. You can find it on your favorite streaming channel. And also Mistletoe Ready. Missile and toe are two separate words. The way it got, that wasn't actually on purpose when I uploaded it. I realized it after the fact, but that's how it's now in all the streaming. See if you can listen for that. And I also have a kind of a parody song or a joke song, however you want to say it. Home Alone, Gus Polinski, the John Candy character, Polka. He talks about some of his songs in Home Alone 1. Polka, Polka, Polka is one that he sings a little bit to Kevin's mom when she's desperately trying to get home. And so my buddy Jimmy and I wrote the song Polka, Polka, and Polka, 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 because that's the song that the John Candy, Gus Polinski character mentions. And I put that out, I think, 2020, under Gus Polinski, not under Tim Wolf. I actually created a Gus Polinski Spotify profile. And every December, the video on YouTube is my biggest view video. So I decided to send it to my producer for this year, and he remixed it. So now there's a 2023 version on it, properly mixed. Play clarinet on it. And you can find that on your favorite streaming channel. I'm going to be doing some videos on that. I ordered a Gus Polinski satin jacket, yellow and red satin jacket. I'm going to be doing some videos. It came today finally, about a week late from when they promised it. So you'll be seeing videos on that, plus my videos on Christmas Came Early and Mistletoe Ready. And so I'm leaving on 21st, so not less than a week away. 6 days from now, I'll be leaving to go on some cruise holidays, 2 cruises back to back with my nephews and my sister and my brother-in-law, and looking forward to that. We'll be going down to Aruba, Grand Turk, Morocco, and also be going over to Puerto Rico and U.S. Virgin Islands. And I plan on writing songs. That's what I did last year when we were down in New Zealand. I wrote 11 songs, so I'm bringing I have a lot of song ideas started, and I'm planning on, my goal would be, again, to write 10 to 12 songs. I wrote 11. My goal was 10, and I actually did 11 last time. Of course, that was a longer trip, but so I'm looking forward to that. I hope you are having great plans with your family or whatever you have planned for upcoming Christmas holiday. And tonight we have dress rehearsal practice at my church. I'm singing in the choir at the church Christmas event, which is Sunday. So, it's a busy season. Everybody's busy around this time. A lot of stuff going on. And it's a wonderful season. Makes me very happy. Best time of the year. Although, I scheduled 2 more live streams. This coming Monday, and then I didn't do one this past Monday. I think I might have mentioned it a week ago that I would do that, and I did not live up to my word. My apologies. But I already scheduled it formally for this coming Monday, so I'm going to do one. And then I'm going to do my last live stream of the year on Wednesday, the 20th, because then the next day I get on the plane to fly to Miami to get on a ship. And although I'm going to have Wi-Fi on there, I can't do live streaming. I guess you can buy a package that allows you to do live streaming, but I didn't opt for that. That's considerably more money. But I will be on my social channels every day, checking those and keeping up with you. And I'll still be posting most likely every day. Well, maybe not every day, but every week for sure. So, and I did not prepare the Christmas songs. Last time, someone said, please do Mistletoe Ready, and I didn't. Those are songs that I recorded, but I've never worked them up and practiced them to play live. But I make this commitment under God that I will have both Mistletoe Ready and Christmas Came Early ready, and we'll play them for you on Monday. And then I will also do them on Wednesday, which I'm calling is going to be my big Christmas event, or not going to be very, very formal, but I will consider it the last live stream of the year. This is a song I wrote with Rebecca and Lynn Howard, a couple other writers. It's called When a Woman Wants a Man. I'm wanting to work this into our rotation and maybe even record it next year. I'm going to be putting out songs every 2 weeks in 2024. Hopefully I'll do 25, 26 songs. Just keep them coming. My producer and I can keep going. It's called When a Woman Wants a Man. It ain't hard. It ain't rocket science, baby. It's your heart. It's gonna drive her crazy. No smoke, no mirrors, tricks up your sleeve. You don't have to put on a show. All you gotta be is sweet as sugar, gentle as a southern breeze, faithful with your promise, strong as a big oak tree. Always stand beside her, have her back no matter the cost. If you wanna be the man a woman wants, when a woman wants a man. She has a dream, you gotta let her chase it. When her fears scream, you can't help but face it. She was born with a heart that's wild and free. If you wanna win her love, all you gotta be is sweet as sugar, gentle as a southern breeze, faithful with your promise, strong as a big oak tree. Always stand beside her, have her back no matter the cost. If you wanna be the man a woman wants, when a woman wants a man. When a woman wants a man. It's the simple things when you tell her you love her, and your actions prove it. If you wanna know, don't overthink. This is how you do it. Sweet as sugar, gentle as a southern breeze, faithful with your promise, strong as a big oak tree. Always stand beside her, have her back no matter the cost. If you wanna know, woman wants, when a woman wants a man. When a woman wants a man. When a woman wants a man. So let me know what you think of that song. Should I try to record that? Yay, nay? I mean, I gotta fill my docket up. I got 26 songs for next year. How are we doing? Well, the first one's gonna be coming out. We're just putting the finishing touches on it. Is Everything I Never Had, which I wrote with Marty Jane Dotson and Brian Bites. And so I'm super excited about that one. It's got the line in it, it ain't about, it's the girl wearing the ring. It's not about the diamond, it's about the girl wearing the ring. Yeah, maybe I'll play that song. Why don't I play that song? I didn't really rehearse it a bit, but let's see. Anyone with eyes could see she's pretty. world like wildfire in her hands. Once upon a time, I wanted her for mine. The kid and me sure thought we had a chance. But when you're young, what looks like love ain't always built to last. When I let that rear view fade, I quit looking back. I learned that love ain't living in the eye of the hurricane. And when the real thing comes along, it falls more like a gentle rain. It ain't about the diamond, it's the girl wearing the ring. Never knew what I was missing till you gave me everything I never had. It's locking eyes across the room and knowing what you're thinking. It's never going to sleep without good night. Having you by my side, making memories, making time. I never knew I had it wrong until we got it right. I learned that love ain't living in the eye of the hurricane. And when the real thing comes along, it falls more like a gentle rain. It ain't about the diamond, it's the girl wearing the ring. Never knew what I was missing till you gave me everything. I never had someone like you showing me the truth. Love ain't something that you feel, it's something that you do. I learned that love ain't living in the eye of the hurricane. And when the real thing comes along, falls more like a gentle rain. It ain't about the diamond, it's the girl wearing the ring. Never knew what I was missing till you gave me everything I never had. I never had. I never had. All right, so that's going to be my next single, coming out first Friday of January. Assuming we get it done. I sent my all my tracks to my producer, and he asked me to do a punch in of one particular part. Sent that to him. And while I was doing that, I made a mistake and fried my vocal mic. So there's something called automaticity. I looked it up. You know, when you're driving your car to, like, driving to work, say you drive every day, 5 days a week, and you've been doing it for years. You're working at the same place, living in the same place. And when you get to work, you don't remember the drive because your brain is doing it at such a lower function. It's muscle memory, or psychologists call it automaticity. I looked this up. Anyway, brain's on autopilot. And we all do it. We do something repetitive enough. Even getting in your car and starting it up is not something you have to think about. Putting the key in ignition and turning the key and putting it into reverse and backing out of your driveway. Generally, we do that without thinking. Automaticity. Well, I was setting up my vocal mic, which is a tube vocal mic, and I was plugging it in. It has a special 5-prong cable that goes from the mic into the receiver box. And I can't, well, if I had the camera I could turn it, but they're over here right on my system here. I have it sat on top of another box, which acts as a power for my preamp, my Bay preamp, my British Auto, BAE, British Audio. I don't know what the E stands for, electronics. Anyway, that's my main preamp that I use, and the power for that is an external box that sits on top of my desk. And I never noticed, so that power box will power 2 different preamps. So it has 2 receptacles for the cable to go in there. And I never noticed that it's the same cable that goes into my Mojave 200A tube microphone. So, but I was on, and I've set this up hundreds of times, well, at least probably hundreds of times. Every vocal take I've ever done for the last 7 years has been using that mic. Even longer. I've had that mic since 2016. 7 years. And I was on the automaticity side, and I was plugging it in and not paying attention, thinking about something else. And I plugged it into the wrong receptacle. They were only like 2 inches apart from each other because one was sitting on top of the other. And my brain was thinking, let's not bother the big brain. Let's just do this automatically. We'll just find a hole that this goes into. And I plugged it into that, and that's a power source for my preamp. Different voltage, apparently, different source of power, and it fried. And I noticed it as soon as I did it. The big brain kicked in, or whatever size brain I have, pea-size brain, but the thinking brain kicked in, and realized that's not the right place. But it already been kicked in there, and the power was already on, and it fried my tube mic. It literally depressed me. I'm like, what is wrong with you? You are an idiot. You are stupid. And I was pretty sad last night, and I was trying to find, but it worked out, It worked out, God orders our steps. And how it worked out is that I Googled a mic repair place in Nashville, and I discovered, I even forget the name of his business, but a gentleman who repairs mics. And I texted him, I said, can I bring my mic by? And he said, yeah, I've worked on those, I think I can fix it. So he gave me the directions, I had an 11 o'clock appointment. Name is Preston. And I go there and drop it to him, and immediately we start talking. We have a lot in common. We both have engineering degrees. Mine's mechanical engineering, his is chemical. And he's from Montana, I'm from South Dakota. Those rectangular flyover states. We have a lot of similarity, Midwestern, I guess. And we ended up talking for well over an hour, just BSing about all kinds of stuff, a lot of common interests. And might have made a new friend in Nashville. Anyway, he said he can fix it, and he thinks it just blew the tube. But I really think that the reason that I made that mistake is so that I could meet Preston. Because if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have had to go and look for him and get my microphone fixed. So this song is called Talk About Love. Spare me the talk about the chocolates and the valentines, that one buzz feeling when a kiss is like a glass of wine. You both got a song you love singing, the phones never stops ringing. I don't talk about love that way, don't conversate about it, so don't pick it apart. Don't talk about love that way, 'cause love when it broke my heart. Yeah, it broke my heart. People walking around wearing rose-colored glasses don't see themselves crying 'cause they're too busy laughing. They carry on about forever, and me, I'm kinda like whatever. I don't talk about love that way. Don't conversate about it, so don't pick it apart. Don't talk about love that way, 'cause love when it broke my heart. Yeah, yeah, it broke my heart. Let's talk about love. Talk about love. Yeah, one day I'll learn to fix the pieces that are shattered apart. I'll talk about love that way, when love unbreaks my heart. Yeah, yeah, unbreaks my heart. Let's talk about love. Wrote that song with L. Collingsworth and Matt Rogers. 2018. That's been some time ago now. So I have not recorded that song. I've only played it live. One of my favorite songs. I always would use it to kick it when I was doing solo gigs last year. I did 90 gigs, and I always used that as my starting song because I was really comfortable with it, and it kind of worked. It was kind of finger picking, so little, and start a little lower on the energy level, and then build up from there. Anyway, so I've had people say conversate. That's not a real word, because I usually, if you see my scheduling, I say hang out with me and conversate with me, and I see some comments over there. I'm going to see if I can get over there and see your comments. I used to have my computer here, but because the audio, I realized that the audio was not working. So now I'm using my big computer, but I can't see the comments from here. So it's a compromise. The audio is better, I believe, because I'm going through my main system, but I can't see the comments, so I technically can't. I'll go over there in just a second. But anyhow, conversate. So I looked it up, and it is, the Merriam-Webster Dictionary does say that it is a word. And Matt Rogers, who I wrote that song with, he didn't have one at the time, but last year he won a Grammy for songwriting. So those of you, it's good enough for a Grammy. Well, this song didn't win a Grammy, but the writer did on another song. He's a pro songwriter in Nashville. So let me see if I can get over here and see these comments. Hey Jimmy, Gypsy Queen, how you doing? Carol Bounds, thank you. Oh, Dave Wormers, thank you. Michael Petruna. Oh, Earthquake in a Bottle, I'll do that in a second. David Wormers mentioned your name. Eric Pollard, thank you so much for being on here. I'm going to do Earthquake in a Bottle. Well, not Earthquake in a Bottle. No, I don't. I've never done that without a band. I do Castle Built Cards, which is somewhat similar. Similar songs. So I'm still trying to, fine-tune my live setup. I would like to be able to see your comments in real time, but my apologies for not being able to do that. I got to figure that out. But I do want a better audio, especially for people that are watching it in, after. And thank you, whether you're watching it in real time or you're watching the replay. Appreciate you. But the audio has got to be good. These are songs. So I had a problem for a while. The audio, when I listened back to it, talking was fine, but with music, it sounded distorted. And so now I want to go through my main computer and have that as good as possible. And I still have the problem with I'm using my phones for TikTok and Instagram. And so I have two phones, but on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch and Twitter, which is all running off of my camera, the focus it's doing it right now. Yeah, see, I can make it do that. And I don't know, hopefully there's some setting where I can make it stop doing that, because it's a little, when you watch the playback, it's a little frustrating, but what are you going to do? It's a journey, right? It's a journey. So let's see. Well, I got to get to practice tonight, choir practice at church. So do one more song, Castle Built of Cards. The stories I heard when I was a child, all the beautiful women were good. Evil looked a certain way, just like evil should. Blinded by her angel face, I couldn't see her evil heart. My kingdom came a-tumbling down, down, to just a castle built of cards. In real life, she blurred those lines of what I thought I knew. The jack would trump the king and queen, the devil got his due. Blinded by her angel face, I couldn't see her evil heart. My kingdom came tumbling down, down, just a castle built of cards. The Queen of Spades was cold as ice. She wouldn't even blink. It's a thin line that separates the fool and the suicide king. Blinded by her angel face, I couldn't see her evil heart. My kingdom came tumbling down, down, just a castle built of cards. So that's on my EP, Castle Built of Cards is the name of the EP, and that was I produced that myself, but I don't have the skills that my current producer does. So we're remixing that EP, and it'll be released in 2024. All 6 songs on that EP will be remixed. He's already remixed 2 of them, including this one, and we're going to add some songs to it, make it a full album, so it'll have at least 8 or 9 songs, and I'm going to re-release that. It'll be available in CD, and with that whole package, there'll be a release package. I'm so excited about this. We're going to have Castle Built of Cards playing cards, customized Castle Built of Cards playing cards that'll be offered as a package. You can get the CD, probably a T-shirt. I don't know what else. If you have any ideas of what we should add on that, let us know. So that'll be coming out in 2024. Look for it. Don't have a schedule yet. Hopefully first half of 2024. And that song is about, when we wrote that song, if that's of interest to you, my buddy, my best friend, Jimmy Davis, and I have written a number of these songs together. Earthquake in a Bottle, we wrote together. Let's see. No, Earthquake in a Bottle I wrote by myself. I've written so doggone many songs, I lose track of who wrote what. No, Earthquake in a Bottle I wrote by myself. Castle Built of Cards we wrote together. Collective Hearts, I wrote that one by myself. But there was a whole bunch I wrote with Jimmy. Polka 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 we wrote together. But we wanted to combine the world of playing cards and also the world of nursery rhymes. That's the line it's talking about. In nursery rhymes, the Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella, the women, the good women are beautiful. And the antagonist is ugly old hag. So, if they're beautiful, then that means they're good. And that's that first line of the song. When I was a child, the stories I heard, all the beautiful women were good. Talking about fairy tales. And then there's some card image in there. The Queen of Spades. There's some reputation between a Queen of Spades is not a good woman. And also there's the Suicide King. There's at least one, or is it two, of the suits have actual suicide where there's a knife behind, and it's called the Suicide King. I don't. You may be able to correct me. Those of you who are big on cards, is there one or two Suicide Kings, and which ones are they? There's certain specific suits that have a Suicide King, and so that's all in there. And so that imagery is going to be brought alive with our own custom Castle Builder Cards playing card set. Is our plan, if we can pull it off. I mean, I did Google it. There are a number of companies that do that. So that's a plan. So anyhow, I got to get going because I got to get to practice. Hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And we will, if you want, you can join me on Monday and then even Wednesday next week. So have a good night. I'll come over and say, those of you that have commented, I will take a look at that. Merry Christmas, Eric. Not all beautiful women. Yeah, perfect, Michael. Yes, exactly. Oh, thank you so much, Michael. Hi, Melissa. Oladell, I'm sorry, I probably mispronounced your name. Thank you so much. Love you all. We'll see you next time.